Peace. Today is Sunday, the 12th, making today's math.
Knowledge, wisdom, all being born to understanding.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Knowledge is that thought, that gas. Wisdom is the way, and actions, that liquid, and understanding is the solid, is the final creation of knowledge and wisdom. And it is a beautiful thing. Peace to the gods and earth. Peace. Welcome back to the Anatomy Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar.
And I'm Digga.
Yeah. Back with another week.
Another one.
Of discussion and,
Notice I got my specs on today.
I see you're looking very fastidious.
Well,
is that the word?
In real life, see, I be trying to look like rapper cool without my glasses,
Okay.
But in real life, I can't see a lick when I'm reading these phones and things and laptops. So I
you
gotta
look like a cool teacher today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
A cool teacher.
So y'all seeing right now, y'all seeing Rashia Fisher.
First of all, according to the comments, these motherfuckers love you regardless what you do. Like, I'm telling you, I guarantee you some. Oh, my God. Look at Rah Digga.
Those glasses are such
with those
a turn
glasses on.
on.
Oh, my God, they're so sexy on her. I'm like, God damn. It sounds like niggas is really like.
Oh, glasses and the shoulder. Oh,
what?
Shit.
This is a fetish. That sounds like a fetish video. Glasses and shoulders.
Speaking of comments, wait, I got a bone to pick with my viewers.
What about it?
Now, a couple of episodes ago, when we
Okay.
were discussing the Azealia Banks debacle, and the topic of light skin and dark skin came up. Right. Somehow, the viewers were under they took offense to me referring to myself as brown skin and saying I wanted to be dark skin. So I just read a bunch of comments like, bitch, you are dark skin. I'm like, word? Okay. See, in my, I didn't know that it made me any type of colorist. So like, okay, in my spectrum of dark skin, I'm thinking Michael Blackson.
Right.
I was thinking of a deeper dark.
Right, yeah.
But apparently some folks that could view me as dark skin already took offense to that. And then there were even a couple of folks that I don't know if they got the impression that I was trying to call myself light skin.
Right.
Which I never, not
Right.
once.
You're saying that's what people said about you.
Not once. I said there is a ignorance going on in the black community that people are referring to people as light skinned, trying to make it a compliment. That's what I said.
Right.
And then I said, well, in certain lighting, when dealing with makeup and cameras and things of that nature, makeup artists use either yellow makeup with yellow undertones or red undertones. I happen to use a yellow undertone, which will give off a lighter appearance. That's the only thing I can even possibly fathom me even approaching the light skin realm. But I never referred to myself as light skin. I, in fact, said I wanted to be dark skinned.
Right.
So,
nor do you want to be light skinned.
Nor do I want to be light skinned. So, as much as I know that we are an intelligent community, y'all bug the fuck out on that one. I'm just gonna, and I ain't going, and I'm just gonna leave it there.
So y'all bug the fuck out.
Yeah, y'all really bug the fuck out with that one. And also let me say this, because a couple of people took issue because they felt that I withheld information from you in regards to the Azealia Banks story. Because when I pulled it up, like I was pulling up different tweets from different pages. So one of the tweets that I neglected to mention that she said was, I'm going to go back to dating, being with my white people and dating my white men. So right. I didn't mention that in the midst of going down her list of snapbacks to the people. So
you scared me when you said you was withholding information from
well that's how.
What is she talking about?
Well, that
you withholding. No, I have to waterboard you out this motherfucker.
But there was actually like a whole discussion in the comments, like, yeah, she purposely held that back from the God because she knew he was gonna go in. You know, she's so busy being a fan of Azalea, she ain't want to tell him that she's a bed wench. I'm like, no, actually, I just didn't.
Yeah, but Harold sure included it in the video.
Yeah, actually, he
of
wrote
her saying it or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
so she didn't tweet it; she said it, right? So if I'm Googling the story, I'm looking at the tweets that were written. That was actually something that she said. So I didn't have that in front of me at the time when I was presenting the story to you. But again, our viewers were under the impression that I was purposely withholding information from you, God.
Well, that's now Cypher. Okay, that's now Cypher.
All right.
Okay.
Am I officially back being born to born? I mean, am I forgiven? Like, God damn.
So listen, here on the Godcast, we like to bring light and focus on positive things going on, in the black community and just positive things that we as original people are doing and just positive examples. So just the other day, I see a tweet about LeBron James opening a school in Akron, Ohio called the I Promise School. So some of the, some of the things that the what do you want to call them?
The perks.
Yeah, I guess the perks, the
Now, you know what's crazy? I actually have to take these off now because you're blurry.
Oh, shit.
What's
wrong with, what are you, nearsighted, farsighted? What is it?
I'm farsighted. So apparently I can see a million miles away.
Right, but shit close to you.
But, yeah. So things far away with these glasses on look blurry, but I need them to
see close,
look at
like
my phone.
Print and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I think that's a sign of getting old.
Anyway, some of the the high points of this school are supposed to be free tuition for the students, free uniforms, free bicycle and helmet, free transportation within 2 miles, free breakfast, lunch, and snacks, food pantry for families, GEDs and job placement services for parents, and guaranteed tuition to the University of Akron for every student who graduates. I mean, for me, and I think I saw my son post something about this, for me, that automatically, puts LeBron now leaps and bounds above, let's say, a Jordan. Okay? Because there's been rumors that your man Jordan actually has invested in private prisons. And he's never denied it. Okay? So you have one athlete over here who's, investing and making money and basically incarcerating his own people. And then another one over here who's striving to, educate and empower and change the narrative and be, an example and frame of reference of something that, other athletes or entertainers or just people with a certain, power and drive and just mindset for them to be able to do as well,
That's super dope. Shouts out to LeBron. You know what's interesting, and I hate to be the Debbie Downer of this story, but now as I'm watching Power, and you notice how they're making Ghost. You see how the senator is making Ghost the face of this foundation, but in real life, it's it's something going on privatization wise, and that's kind of how charter schools work. It's like and they're for years in the city of Newark, there was like just this big uproar, the charter schools versus the public schools, and we actually had lost control of the public schools to the state, but now the city has regained control of it and run the public schools accordingly. But the problem was the charter schools are private funded schools, and they are I guess I never really understood the conflict, but they're I guess taking away from certain things that should have been allotted to the kids in the public schools. Like I forgive me because I'm not really sure.
Well, I know a lot of the charter schools, at least in New York City, like if anything, they take space away from the public schools. Like they actually put these charter schools inside existing schools. So you might have, let's say, PS, whatever the case may be. And then there's a charter school inside of PS such and such where they need their classes and all that type of shit.
Okay.
So it's almost two different schools going on inside one building.
Okay.
So that's actually taking resources away from...
Well, that was the issue. Well, they aren't blending the schools, but I guess what was happening was now that we have these charter schools, the governor was taking away certain funding and resources from the Newark public schools and being able to dispense that money to the suburbs where these private charter schools are being funded. However, they're being funded to secure whatever interest they're securing. And was it necessarily beneficial to the kids? Like at the end of the day,
right?
Were they learning more? Was it is it worth it, or was that just a nice divine ploy to really just take the resources away from the kids in the city? So
right. So when I heard about this LeBron story and all that, and I read it, I said, wow, I really felt good about it and all of that. But then of course I critical thinker that I am, I had to say to myself, okay, well, what's the curriculum here? I'm just curious. Like, what's the curriculum? Are you're offering all these things that seem so great, but what do I have to do for it? You see what I'm saying? Do I have to basically put myself in a deeper mental slavery? Like, what are you teaching there? Like, is it conducive for, our people and you know what I mean? Because a lot of times these teaching styles are not conducive for our people, and is often these standardized tests and all this type of shit is actually designed to fuck us up and make us, you know what I mean? To be biased against us. You understand what I'm saying?
And which goes back to what I was saying. Like the charter schools had a point to prove, so it's like we got to graduate these kids one way or another. And was it necessarily better for our kids? I do know the criteria now. The criteria for this school, they are selecting kids who are who are behind in reading levels and math levels. So they are, I guess, doing
at risk youth. Is that it?
Well, not at risk in a behavioral sense, but at risk in an academic sense.
Okay.
So they are, going around and doing a consensus and selecting the children who are a year or two behind their peers in reading and math, and they're starting grades 3 and 4. And by the year 2022, they will have graduated their first 8th grade class.
Now, also, we get free bikes, we get free helmets and all this. I'm just wondering about the funding. Like, is this funded by LeBron, or was he able to procure a lot of corporate funding? And now, I go home with a bike with the fucking, Johnson and Johnson on the side of it.
Which is why I bring up the power, the power scenario. Like, is he just the face because he is a face, or is there some real like political motives underneath everything?
I mean, shout out to all our people on YouTube Live right now. I mean, some people are saying, oh well, they let LeBron have a school, but they won't let Umar Johnson have a school. I mean, that is kind of deep. Now, do you know Umar Johnson for the longest time was striving to put together a school? Yes. And he's actually a child psychologist and an educator and all that. Mm-hmm. But yet he's had troubles, getting, I guess, the support that he needs to, put together this school. Some people say he did funny shit with the money. I don't know. But all I know is he was striving to make a school, and here we got a person who's not even an educator, and
that's why
he was able to do it.
Is he the face? Or,
right. Are you the face? And that's what I'm saying. So that's also why I need to know about the curriculum, because that's the most important part, is the curriculum. Like, what is being taught there? Like, every graduate gets to go to the University of Akron and all of that type of shit. But, what was jammed in my head? Because we already know that the regular school is many of us call it the devil's workshop. Okay? This is where he does a lot of his fucking most dastardly fucking work, is right there on your child's mind. He got your child for however many hours a day, and they're fucking, implanting all kind of bullshit in their mind, all kinds of, fuckery that you know what I mean, isn't even it's not even shit that you would necessarily teach your seed. You understand what I'm saying? That's being taught right now in these schools. So I'm just curious about the curriculum. I hope it's something positive. I'm not trying to be a,
right. I was like
Danny Downer.
I said, I don't want to be, a Debbie Downer. But
I can't be a Debbie.
But
Danny.
But I'm always, as you call it, a critical thinker. I don't want to be a skeptic. I like critical thinker.
Right. And it's because I'm optimistic about most things, but you can't just get duped either. Like, you can't, you know what I mean?
Right. Like LeBron opened the school, hip hip hooray! Yeah,
and that's how a lot of people, and then when you look at the meme and what's being offered, it all seems like a great thing. And
who better to reel them in than a LeBron James?
Right. So I just hope that, it's something that's really, helpful and, conducive to the people of Akron and those children's mindset.
One thing I do believe, I do believe that LeBron is a a moral man, a man of certain values. Just the way he's lived his life and his career. He's never really been like marred with scandal and things. Like I'm pretty positive that he wouldn't attach himself to something that wasn't
Well, here's the thing. It's not that. No, not that it's not on the up and up, but like, if you don't know any better, you see what I'm saying? Right. Like, if you are 85, you're just gonna go with what they, you know what I mean? Whatever your fucking sway. You see what I'm saying? Like, we need.
Right. Like, like how much say so does he have in.
And what I'm saying is his intentions are good, but they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You understand what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
So I'm just saying, like, I don't know where his mind state is at fully as far as the education of our youth. You know what I mean? And the shit that we need to learn, specifically our children. You know what I mean? Meaning black youth.
Right, like I'm curious, did he sit down with psychologists? Did he analyze statistics and really like focus on and map out what needs to be emphasized in our community?
This mathematics we got over here. They need to be learning a little bit of that in LeBron's school.
Born.
Okay, what's the science guy? But yeah, I'm just saying, like,
Shouts out to him, though.
Yeah, the curriculum, you know, having a building and, you know, it looks nice and all of that. That's all fine and dandy. All the physical things that go with it. I hear that. But the most important thing is the curriculum. And I guess, you know, that will be apparent, you know, I guess once it's open and all of that. Or, you know, maybe they'll have it online or something. I don't know. But right now, I'm just curious as to what the curriculum is, and is it some regular standard shit? Is it something that, you know, is fine-tuned for our youth? I'm just curious.
Wow.
Look at you getting calls at the end of the segment.
I could have swore I had that down. I'm just so not on point today. If y'all notice, this isn't even my laptop. That's why I have my glasses on.
Yeah, they like, where's the
I thought I was gonna
smaller, where the stickers
I thought
at?
I was going to be working from the phone. I forgot my laptop. I forgot to turn the phone down. I'm just like, not born today.
Well, yo, check it out. When we come back, we're gonna have a discussion. My man Black Belushi is back on the scene. Skitzo.
Hey, Skitzo.
Okay, and we sent Black Belushi out onto the streets to talk to the people about the NYCHA smoking ban. Okay, we're gonna talk about that when we get back, cause that's some shit right there. You know what I mean, Godcast. Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. 2 fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian PEACE gear, hoodies, t-shirts, snapbacks. Available at hoodg.com. Get yours today. Peace. Welcome back to the Not a Mean Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga trying to get the pizza crumbs off my face. Y'all pieces of shit.
Okay.
Ain't even wait for me to get my shit together over here.
Digga got her laptop confiscated.
So I'm back with my glasses on. Because I got to look at the phone now.
And just a phone. But it's all good.
Wait, laptop gone, phone and a red cup and glasses. How do you explain that?
Hey, if you want to donate to the show, that's a great segue. Hey, if you want to donate to the show, go to cash.me/$, you know what I mean, patreon.com/you know what I mean, or youknowwhatImean.com/support. Or shout out to my YouTube people right now on the live YouTube shit. By all means, you could donate with the super chat. We appreciate you. I got my mediators, Queen Crafts, out here in the house. Veronica, Truly Zambian, in the house, who does the timestamp and all of that. He's on the check-in right about now. So yeah. When we left, I had mentioned that my man, Skitzo, Black Belushi, is back. Okay, shout out to my man, Skitzo. He actually was, I don't know, he's going through some health things right now or whatever. Aww. So, you know, yeah, let's send healing
Feel
vibes
better, Skitzo.
out to my man, Skitzo.
We love you.
But yeah, he was able to go out there and talk to the people. Now, have you heard about this NYCHA smoking ban that's going on? NYCHA is the New York City Housing Authority.
Okay.
Okay, so that's basically the people who run the projects and all of that. Now, first of all, I'm not here to like pro tobacco, pro smoking and all of this. You know, but I am pro freedom,
right,
and pro rights. So basically, the smoking ban makes smoking an offense that can get you kicked out, basically,
of your crib.
Yes. So if you smoke in your own home, or inside the building, or anywhere closer than 25 feet from the building, you will get first a ticket from the housing authority, And after that, you may be evicted for smoking cigarettes in your own home, the home that you pay rent for.
That sounds like a setup. That's like clearly a setup. Like, you're going to the projects. I mean, not that low income people are the only ones smoking, but that is the demographic of smokers. And so, that sounds like, okay, let's get y'all out of here. That's what that sounds like. That sounds like we coming up with all type of creative ways to get y'all out of here. Let's get these projects out of here so we can turn these into some.
I think that's what it kind of sounds like,
$3,000 a month apartments.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna check out this video from Skitzo, and then we're gonna come back and just talk a little more about it after we check this out. All right. You know what I mean? Godcast. Word on the street.
So the cigarette ban is retarded.
Cigarette ban is beyond retarded, man. Look.
How do you feel about this smoking ban? Where
in New York City public housing?
Yeah, like right now you're not even supposed to be smoking that right now, like in front of this.
Right in front of the way. I look. My aunt had the lease agreement. I read it. I knew it was for her interior property, and I thought the exterior, you could actually be like 25 feet away from the building. I wasn't aware this ban like on the sidewalk.
Yeah, like all right, for example, like see like this right here.
Yes, sir.
Like this counts. This like where I got my foot at.
Literally, physically, whatever you want to call it, that's sick. That is absolutely spectacular, and he does it all the time.
We can't smoke in the studio. You know why? Because the studio. We can't what? It's in the projects. Yo, Ak, what do you think about this cigarette ban, bro?
Cigarette ban?
Cigarette ban.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What you mean you have no idea? You gonna find out when you losing money. You gonna find out when your shit's depleting. You smoking. And stuff like that. And it's good. You got it away from the little bambino. What's your opinion about this cigarette ban?
You know, my opinion is this here. I feel like each is to its own. But whatever you do in your apartment should be your own business. You know, I think they're full of shit.
They full of shit? Why you think they full of shit?
Because this is my money, it's my health, and I pay my rent. Now they want to ban cigarette smoking. They pay my goddamn rent, and I do what the fuck they want to do in the apartment.
You know why? You know why they got a ban? They're trying to kick motherfuckers out. All right? They're trying to turn these projects into high-rise condos. You trying to con me. So we over here, what projects we at, man? What project we at?
It's Foster.
It's Foster, okay, Foster. We over here at Foster. They treating us like foster children.
Don't y'all have enough problems with trying to get the apartments repaired? You're 5 years behind. Put your rent in escrow. Don't give them nothing. Demand your
Make sure
right.
you pull the cigarette while you're saying that.
Demand your right to free, decent housing, especially when you're paying your rent. Free, decent housing.
They don't want you to just go outside.
Yeah,
they want you to go outside and take a fucking ruler or count 25 paces.
Yeah, see, that's messed up. That's messed up. That's like...
Or go into an incubator or a porta potty.
That's the way. He's friendly.
By the way, this dog is totally just licking the DNA off of my fingers. How are they gonna tell you can't smoke in a place you pay rent?
That's what I understand.
Like what kind of what is that? And the next thing that have toilet paper regulations where you only use 3 sheets and shit. Maybe I might have to open up a smoke shop that allows you to shit and smoke in the bathroom. I'll make tons of money. Come on, Jamar, you want to go half of me? We'll call it shit smoking shit. Yeah. Let me get the yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel. This Black Belushi walking the streets of Harlem, smoke free. Maybe might be the way. Smoke, see, that's why it's called smoke free. Smoke free, and you won't have to pay money to smoke. It's Black Belushi signing out.
All right, so that was, you know what I mean? That was Skitzo, word on the street. Black Belushi, shout out to him. But yeah, this some real bullshit.
Yeah,
like first of all,
that is.
You set up poor people and all of that to have a vice like smoking. Like these,
and put them all in the projects to begin with.
Oh yeah, to be stressed
like
and all that.
All
where
of
they
it,
want a cigarette. You understand? You got us piled on top of each other, creating stressful situations. People smoke in stressful situations. Now you're telling people that they can't have their stress reliever, whether it's healthy or not. We know smoking is not healthy, and again, we're not here to advocate smoking. But it's just the message that it sends as well. It's like you're setting people up for failure. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get you hooked on smoking, and then I'm going to say, if you smoke, you get kicked out of your crib. Like, that's some bullshit, But it's all about trying to, like they said, gut out these projects, turn them into condos and shit, bring the white people in there. They have a fucking... throw a pool on the roof and a tennis court where the basketball court used to be, and
To the credit of the state of New York, I will say you guys were always like ahead of the curve as far as like health. Like, I mean, y'all definitely drove up the prices to like what? It's like $15 for a pack of cigarettes now in New York.
Oh, a Dutch is $8 right now.
One Dutch?
One Dutch is $8.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. $8.
Like y'all been on that shit, and then the big gulp, like the oversized sodas became illegal,
But do you think that these people really care about the health of you and I?
No, I don't think they care about the health of us, but it does seem like.
So why do this in the project?
Over the years, there has been these, there have
like I understand, the big gulp and
injections
shit.
of
the big gulp spills into white people
and
shit and all that because there's a lot of obese people in America, black, white, so and so. This is the land of obesity. Do you really think they care about these people?
Oh, and for
in the project,
for them to implement that though, that's definitely some bullshit.
Because they're talking about it's the secondhand smoke, and the smoke goes into the other apartments, and we're thinking of they don't give a fuck about those people. It's all about modifying people's behavior because you have the power to do so. You see, like
absolutely,
like you're letting people know, motherfucker, you still my slave. Like, this is not your crib. I know you pay rent to stay here, but really, this is my shit. This is my fucking plantation. And God damn it, if I say you can't smoke, motherfucker, you not smoking. If I say you gotta walk through the lobby hopping on one leg, guess what the fuck you gonna be doing? Or else you're going to get kicked out of this motherfucker. Why? Because the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And what do they call themselves? The landlord. Because they want the power of God over your motherfucking life.
Wow. I wonder how. Did you see the bug? A bug just fucking landed on my nose. Shit, man. I wonder if that's that same damn mosquito that ate my ass up when I came in here. But he just made me lose my train of thought. Fuck, where's that fly swat? I need that fly swat right here.
We talk about these motherfuckers basically saying that you still a slave, and whatever I implement, you're just gonna have to go with. But this is all a ploy, basically, to I mean, they've been trying to get us out for the longest time.
Yeah, finding a legal way, if you will, to get people out of. So, never mind that the Opps been living on top of each other, killing each other in the fucking hallways all these years. Like,
wait, hang on. What did you just say?
I said the Opps. I'm sorry.
I don't like that.
I use some young people
I don't
language.
like that language.
I use some young people language.
Because the ops, who are the ops? What does the ops mean? The opposition?
The opposition.
Do you see how
That's what the kids
we've
are.
created a language where our own people are the opposition? In our day, the ops are the cops. They're the ops. If we were to call them ops, we would call them C-Cipher pigs and all this other shit. But the fact that these motherfuckers...
I'm hanging around my daughter too long.
I'm not going to allow you to come in here.
I can't say the ops.
With that language, now cipher.
Okay.
Because we are not ops of each other. Okay? And actually, that's going to go into our next segment where we want to talk about, what'd you say you want to talk about? The disintegration.
The deterioration of the black male and female relationship.
Okay? Yep. And how does that come about? When we start to look at each other as
the ops.
When the man is the op to the woman and the woman is the op to the man, and my brother upstairs is my op and my sister downstairs is a op. Like, come on, yo. This is some shit that, and see, this is why you have to be careful with language, okay? Because they'll inject certain ideas and certain words into the lexicon of our speech, and it subliminally sinks into our way of thinking. So now, instead of looking at the police as the ops, okay, as the opposition, or just the powers that be, the rich. How about they the ops, as opposed to the rich and the poor? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The haves and the have-nots. That's an opposite. Those are the opposition. There's oppositional forces at work. But to look at your own brother and sister and label them as an op, we can't do that. We can't be a part of that. We can't promote that.
Unfortunately, it's been going on for a long time.
I know, but guess what? How does it stop? It has to stop somewhere, and it stops with us. The buck stops here. I'm with that. Now I'm on a tangent, right? The buck stops here. Let me just go into some hip-hop shit real quick, right? Shout out again to my man LL Cool J, Rock the Bells Radio.
Yo, I was listening to Rock the Bells Radio on the drive home from Virginia. Hey.
So there was this record, right, that I used to like back in the days, but it was not very popular, but I was a DJ, so somehow I knew about this record. And all I could remember there was this one line in it where the nigga said, I always wanted to drive a Jaguar. Hey, baby, I'm so crazy over gold chains. My pockets are dry and I need some money. Don't even laugh, cause nothing's funny. Whenever you speak, just call me honey. That's all I can remember from the song. But the shit was hard. I'm like, damn, I wish I could remember this song. Like, I couldn't remember the name to Google it. Yo, how this motherfucker LL Cool J played the song just the other day. Wow. The name of the song is called The Buck Stops Here, dear.
Wow.
Hey, girl, stop it. You know you want to stop it. Hey, girl, stop. Man, that shit was... Yo, that was my shit back in the day.
That sounds like from your generation.
Yeah. You was still a twinkle.
Cricket's Harold.
You was still a twinkle in your daddy's eye. Now, Harold's going to give me a twinkle in the eye. Bing!
That just sounded so 70s.
You was still a twinkle in your daddy's eye. And, it wasn't 70s. This is definitely an 80s song.
I'm fucking
I want to say like 84, 85 or some shit like that. But it never was a big hit, but the song was dope. Just Google The Buck Stops Here. I don't even know the name of the fuck. But I was like, yo, this almost sound like that song I've been thinking about for a while. And then that fucking line came. I was like, oh, shit, this is the motherfucker. I was like, yo, This
Nah,
Rock
he was
Bell
playing.
shit crazy.
He was playing some shit. I was like, wait a minute, this is because you know when I thought it was gonna be like reminiscent of Backspin Radio, but I noticed like with the Backspin Radio that like it just played a lot of old school stuff and didn't really mix it up. I guess it just played all the popular old school stuff. Like that's what I got from like Backspin Radio.
Yeah, well, yeah, they weren't going off the beaten path, and I feel like on Backspin, they were playing the Beastie Boys way too much.
Yeah, you said that before.
I swear they was playing the Beastie as if to try to rewrite the narrative. As if motherfuckers was playing the Beastie Boys back then, okay? And we wasn't. We was playing 2 or 3 songs. Hold It Now, Hit It. That was the main one. That's the one that you was going to hear in the Latin quarters along any other fucking black record. Hip-hop, body rock, doing the do.
Yeah.
That one right there. That was the shit.
Paul Revere, too.
Paul Revere, they used to play that. That came in second. And then Brass Monkey. I used to like Brass Monkey, too. Brass Monkey, chunky, that funky monkey.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, niggas wasn't fucking with the Beastie Boys the same way we ain't fucking with Eminem. Okay? But they was just a funny fucking, crazy white boys, like college, drink a lot of beer, take drugs, and, that was their novelty. But niggas wasn't really fucking with the Beastie Boys like we was fucking with Run DMC or LL Cool J or, you know what I mean?
Right.
EP, any of these motherfuckers. Like, we tolerated them, you know what I mean? But we wasn't fucking with it like that. The only song we really was fucking with hard was that Hold It Now. I can vouch that got played in the clubs, black clubs. Like you don't even hear Eminem's music played in the club. Think about it.
But there's a lot of rappers.
No, but listen, yeah.
I fucks with Eminem. I know your stance on it.
Okay.
I fucks with him.
Is he the greatest rapper of all time?
No, I don't think he's the greatest rapper of all time.
Well, that's my problem about him.
He got bars.
He got bars. So do a lot of people. Yeah. But you can't be called the greatest rapper of all time and they don't play your shit in the club. They don't play your shit at the barbecue.
But I don't think
they don't play your shit.
I don't think
in
playing
the car.
your music at the club is a criteria for your greatness.
No, that's one of the things. That's one of the checklists I think that you should be able to check.
But there are certain artists that don't make music for the club. Like
right, and they'll never be seen as the greatest.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Like
Name me somebody that we think of as great that they didn't play in the clubs. Go ahead.
I don't think we'll ever hear a Rock Marcy record in the club. And he is stellar.
He's stellar, but right at this point, people are not gonna talk about. And see, that's my man. I don't even like that you said Rock Marcy.
But
if you talk to Rock Marcy, he'd like to have something in the club.
I mean,
he'd like to hear one of his shits in the club.
I'm sure he would,
and he still might get us something to go in the club.
Absolutely,
to put him to that.
But to his credit, what makes him such a niche artist and what people are in love with about Rock Marcy is the fact that he is the godfather of his own sound. Now, of course, every rapper wants to hit himself on the radio.
You just took an anecdotal thing, okay? I'm going to give you Rock Marcy, but when you bring out Jay-Z, Nas, even Rakim, KRS, all of those people played in the clubs, okay?
Now,
Biggie Smalls, fucking Mobb Deep.
Okay, now wait, hang on.
Everybody popping.
I get that.
Was played. You, Busta,
I get
me,
that.
everybody popping.
But you're also
played in the club
talking about
except for
a time.
Eminem.
You're also talking about a time when underground hip hop
right now
was considered
Drake
commercial.
is popping, and his shit plays.
You don't really get a word in?
Not really.
You know, talking over me doesn't make you right?
I mean,
you realize that, right?
Well, no. Me being right makes me right. Me talking over you just drowns out what I don't want to hear.
All I'm saying is you're also talking about a time when underground boom bap hip hop was the mainstream
No,
form
because
of music.
Explain Drake. Explain Drake then.
I'm talking about when I'm talking about a time when Mobb Deep, the people who are considered underground now.
I'm talking about anybody
through
the time since hip hop started. Okay, usually if they're popping, they're gonna have some shit that you hear on the radio.
Wait, hold on.
Club?
What are we debating? Are we debating? What are we debating? I'm not debating with you if Eminem is the greatest. He's not in my.
And I was saying one of the
greatest
reasons he's not the greatest is because they don't play his shit in the fucking club.
Okay.
Nor do niggas get in the car and play Eminem. And I was talking about the Beastie Boys, how it correlates.
Okay. I wonder how we got to that
The Beastie Boys was like the
conversation.
precursor of an Eminem. You see what I'm saying? We wasn't fucking with the Beastie Boys
but
as a people.
But
the
I
same
think the
way as a people, we don't really fuck with Eminem.
The reason why people would call someone like Eminem the greatest is because
sales.
Not just because of sales.
Most people say.
Because lyrically and contextually, he raps better than a lot of niggas. He does. Like Kendrick raps better than a lot of niggas.
And I'm saying that's not enough.
He's not somebody
that's not enough to make you the greatest.
His album isn't something.
There's other checklists that have to be checked.
His album isn't something that I want to necessarily
one of them
hear.
is being played in the club.
You play in arenas though.
Huh?
You got plays in arenas though.
He plays in arenas that he's in or that. Yeah, well, that's we know what that is. That's corporate placement right there.
Okay, but that's a criteria for you. And all I'm saying is there are great artists whose music isn't necessarily curtailed for the club. Like, yeah, I had some radio singles for the label that I did in the club, but the records that are keeping me thriving right now, the shit with Primo, the shit with Pete Rock, I ain't hear them records in the club.
Right.
And I ain't make them for the club.
But regardless of the fact, Rah Digga made shit that was played in the club before. That's all. Period. And that's one of the aspects that make you legendary.
Is it safe to say the clubs that would have played his music, we ain't fucking with them clubs? How about we just not going to the clubs?
I think those are bars. Those are white boy college bars. I'm Slim Shady. Like, well, how are you going to
I'm pretty sure they played in some clubs.
What kind of spastic dance are you going to even do to his music?
The white boy frat parties where they fucking beer ponging.
Those aren't clubs, though. Those are fucking bars.
They not clubs.
Those are taverns.
But that's where his music is getting
in the
played.
taverns. But see, and again, I'm talking about what black people fuck with. Like, if you want to be the king of hip hop, you can't be the king of hip hop and circumvent black people. Period. Because this is our shit. So if we don't fuck with you, how are you gonna be the king of the shit of our shit?
Well, I don't consider him a king.
Okay, well, some people do. So, and I'm saying
they're saying they're doing that based on, well, maybe you're right. Maybe
based
some people
on
are
numbers,
based on sales,
based on a lot of bullshit.
I would say he does get the majority of his accolades based on his lyrical, flexibility.
And I'm saying that's not enough. Your vocal tone matters. The type of person you matters. All of that matters. And that's what people are not taking into consideration. And that's all I'm saying of why I don't fuck with him. I don't hate him. I don't have nothing against him. They think I hate against him, but he's just not that top motherfucker to me. And I feel like
you're entitled to.
But hang on, when we really analyze it, we as black people as a whole don't really fuck with him. We don't. Like, we don't play him at times when we want to feel good. When we playing some shit, we don't think to play Eminem. It's only when it's inserted that you hear it and you say, okay, this motherfucker can rhyme or whatever the case may be. But you are not actively, let me go into my Eminem playlist. You're not doing that. I'm not doing it. He's not. No black motherfucker I know really is doing that. Unless he grew up with a bunch of white boys and he's on some funny style shit. You know what I mean? Godcast. We'll be back. Peace. The absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. Two fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian PEACE gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodcheese.com. Get yours today. All right, peace. Welcome back to the Godcast. Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga.
We in here. I'm in here talking over Digga and
Got
shit.
that man over there about to blow the casket.
Getting all hyping. That steam coming out my ears and shit. Peace Global Media Inc. Yeah, shout out to all people on YouTube.
Oh wow,
right
you
now.
know what? I'm curious. I'm wondering what some of the comments are. I wish I could see the actual.
They're not really
the
even. They're talking
comments.
about all kind of other shit. Oh, somebody said LJ was hype.
He always hype, y'all.
Somebody said Eminem bit Master Ace style.
I mean, there's a lot of arguments of who influenced him. I've heard people, say that he bit the Outsiders. So, hey.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Shouts out to him, though. It's my guy.
So, we were talking, I guess, on the phone the other day.
Right.
And you said you wanted to bring, well, how do we even get to this place? I think it was something in the comments.
Well, I think it's...
Oh, people were kidding you. Go ahead.
Well, it something...
Saying I was losing sight.
Something actually just, sparked an idea with me. So I think there's a big myth that women that wear weaves hate themselves, hate the image of their black selves and this and that and the third, or I should say, I'm not going to say it's a myth because I'm not going to say it's a myth, but it's a very popular go-to for black men. So then I was thinking like, well, at the end of the day, black women are trying to be beautiful for black men. So if this is something that is alarming, it should be also alarming to men that this is what women feel that they need to do to themselves to appeal to you guys.
And I said,
and in your response,
and my rebuttal was,
we had a whole ass hours long debate trying to figure out what we were gonna bring to the Godcast. So let's share with people.
Right. So and when we do this, it gets to the point where it's like, you know what?
Save it for the show. Just save it for the show. Just save it for the show.
Save it for the show because we be getting into some shit sometime.
Word.
So my rebuttal was, well, first of all, y'all don't just do it for the man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My rebuttal is that you do it for society at large as well, because the same straightening of the hair that you say you're doing for the black man, you would also do, let's say, to go on a job interview, in corporate America or whatever the case may be. So
right. Wait, stop right there. Stop right there.
Right.
So then my response to that was, but that's not the psychologically traumatizing part to us. And I'll give you an example. The girl that does my makeup for the show, you know what she said to me today? She said, all right, and she has like a Caesar. She has like a blonde Caesar. She's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to throw a wig on it to go get a job. I've been on like 6 interviews. Fuck it, I just gotta throw this wig on and get the bag. So I'm bringing that up because that's not the part that's psychologically fucking the women up. Like, we don't care what we have to do to go get the bag. The problem, what becomes psychologically traumatizing is being made to feel like no white boss is gonna make a black woman feel unpretty. Only a black man or someone that she's trying to appeal to is going to make her feel that type of way. So that was
said,
okay.
And then I said,
you love telling me I'm wrong about what black women think, but okay.
Listen.
Okay.
I said,
you're more of an expert on black women than me. So
no. It's not about that. And then I said, that actually is traumatizing to women. I don't think that just the fact that you'd have to change for whoever. why is it not traumatizing when your boss makes you do it, but if somehow you felt like I, as your black man, was making you do this, it's traumatizing for me. Like, that just doesn't make, you can't have it both ways.
Doesn't make sense.
You can't have, no, it doesn't. It's trauma all the way around. The fact that you can't be yourself, your natural self, the fact that you feel like you need all these, makeup and hair and all of this other shit to just be happy and just be yourself. That's something at society at large, and if you feel a way about that, now that's traumatizing. But I don't think that the black man is the root of that. Okay?
No. I don't think the black man is the root of it. I think it actually goes, either further back, But I believe somehow, and at some point we were. We were like convinced to turn on each other. So I don't want to say it's black man fault, it's black woman fault, because we were kind of going there in our discussion, and that's what I don't want to do. I would rather discuss like how do we work towards healing those differences. But what I was saying about the job situation, I feel that is something that we both feel, that equal pressure. I feel like black men also have that same pressure that black women have. Like that's something that we share. That's something that we would share together when we're dealing with these white corporate spaces. However, the difference between that trauma and feeling like your king doesn't like your natural beautiful self, that's a whole nother level of trauma.
Absolutely correct. But now, and then I said to you, but it goes right back. Think about what the man has traditionally done for the woman, for her to look at him as attractive.
Now you made a comment about men pressing their hair.
Yeah, think about the conch and all that back in the days, and Jerry curl, or even just putting shit to get waves and all of this other shit.
Who was black men pressing their hair for?
For their woman?
White women?
No. Stop.
No.
Knock it off. Hold up.
The pimps was doing that to lure in the White House.
First of all, at the time when these black men was pressing their hair, they couldn't even be around no white woman, or they get their motherfucking ass killed. So they was doing this for their black woman who thought, oh, look at him. Look at that brother with the straight hair.
When did we ever care about our men pressing their hair? Y'all motherfuckers.
Back in the days.
Y'all motherfuckers had afros.
We got afros.
You got amnesia. Y'all got Jerry curl. We got Jerry curl. God damn it. We followed your lead. Y'all motherfuckers started dating white women, and we started getting weaves.
And y'all started dating. Y'all started dating white women too.
Oh, fuck. Fuck this guy.
Yo, listen.
Wait, did I just get loud?
You did.
Hold up, did I just boss up?
You did.
God damn it, you gonna be born to born today, damn it. Shit.
Here's the thing. It's a circle. It's a cipher. You see what I'm saying?
You see how they got?
This is what I explained. This is what I explained to you. This is what I explained to you. I went, huh? Oh yeah.
Wait, we getting sweaty in this bitch.
So, I explained to you the science of a radar and how a radar works. Mm-hmm. Okay, so a radar will send out a signal. That signal will travel out until it hits, a solid object, and then the signal bounces back to its source. And then once it hits the source, it bounces back again. And so it keeps going back and forth. That's kind of the energy that we have going on amongst man and woman. So it's like the man straightening his hair for the woman straightening her hair for the man. Like, who did it first? We don't know. All we know is we both have the trauma, as you mentioned, of believing
we definitely straightened
that straightening the hair was even necessary. The fact that we felt that was necessary, and had a subconscious, whether it's conscious or not, a lot of times it's a subconscious hatred for our own image, for our own silhouette. This is the real root of the problem.
And you know the straightening comb was invented by a black woman, Madam C.J. Walker.
Right. But people will say, oh, but she got the bag. She was one of the first, millionaires and all this type of shit. Okay. And, and also instilled, she made $1 million, but how many people, first of all, got their motherfucking scalp burned with that goddamn comb? Like, I remember that shit when I was young.
You was getting your hair straightened?
A couple times my mom did some shit. I think maybe she braided her hair or some shit like that.
Can you please provide us with a childhood picture of your hair straightened?
I don't think I got one straightened.
He lying.
Nah, for real. I remember one time doing it for the trying to get the high top fade. Remember the high? Yeah. And that was how to really get the shit up high. Like, but that shit.
Yeah,
I wasn't really one of those guys. I was more a wave type of dude.
You know what's so interesting? I think and this conversation just actually sparked something else. All the backlash that Kanye got, right, for his message of the slavery being a choice and stuff. Now,
poopity scoop.
Now I think we know. I'm gonna say we know he didn't mean that they physically walking on the boat was a choice. Like it's been kind of re-paraphrased, if you will, to say he meant slave mentality is a choice. And to some degree, I have to agree with that. The fact that in the year 2018, people are still having light skin, dark skin conversations. People are still having good hair, bad hair conversations. Like, to me, these are slave mentality ideologies that, yeah, at this point, that shit is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right. And it's also a choice for us to act like.
I just hate that he did that.
Like we the Opps.
I just hate that he did that on the TMZ platform. But I was, I got where he was trying to go with that. That we are the Opps, right?
Like, first of all, there is no battle of the sexes. It started with the battle of the sexes is more a white people concept.
Absolutely.
Like it seems like the white man hates his woman.
So do you think all of this is like a result of integration? Because I feel like
absolutely this is a result of co-opting the slave master's mentality.
This is one of the byproducts, or I should say one of the after effects of integration, because we were very good on our own. I feel like it was, and I've had this conversation with a few people that may or may not disagree with me, but I feel like once we, and I don't want to knock our forefathers that fought for us to have equal rights and stuff, but I feel like once we started having to acclimate ourselves into white culture and white society is when, we had to start worrying about if our hair is pressed. If we had to, now we can interracially date openly and freely and just, just the number of things that I feel like we didn't have. Now we got to worry about if we can, if we can pass the standardized test that they set up and are these things, and then I guess with the drugs and
right, and that's an intellectual brown bag test.
Drugs,
there used to be a brown bag test.
Yeah.
To see if you was darker than this paper bag, well then, no good.
Combine that with drugs and incarceration and the separation of the black man and woman. Now women are, single moms raising these families. And I don't know, it just seemed like all of a sudden it just got to a point where like black men and black women can't tolerate each other. And maybe it's just a certain demographic. I know I come from an era, you come from an era, black love, black power, but it seems like once upon a time, the OJs of the world were like the minority, like the celebrity dating the white women, things like that. Like stuff like that was were a rare select few, entertainment, whatever. But I just feel like nowadays,
Well, your man, who was your man back in
Nowadays,
the day?
that is the norm.
Jack Johnson, the boxer.
Mm-hmm.
He did it way back. He didn't give a fuck. He was rolling around in expensive cars with furs, fucking white bitches. Oh, man, they hated his fucking ass.
Wow.
Yeah, look up Jack Johnson. Beast. Black. Oh, he was black, too. Oh, like Michael Blackson black.
So yeah, hello. That's what I consider dark skin. Like, sorry viewers, I don't know.
They've been mad. Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But I can't wait till we do our show on melanin. We're gonna do a show on melanin too.
Yeah, we are.
We got
the power of melanin.
Exactly.
What melanin is and why you should be proud of your melanin. And y'all dark skinned. Now you know there's dark skinned people that hate on their darkness, right? Like I've known some dark-skinned people that say, "Oh, I don't come out in the daytime because I'm black enough," and all. I'm like,
"Oh, I mean,
you fucking serious?" Like,
I know when I made the statement, who told dark-skinned people that they weren't beautiful? People were like, "Really, Rah?" Y'all realize I was speaking rhetorically. Like, of course, I know where that mentality comes from. I wonder about y'all sometimes, viewers. I love y'all. Sometimes I wonder.
Oh, man. Shout out to everybody on this YouTube live.
Total sidebar. Shouts out to Nori dropping an album.
Oh, yeah. I heard he dropped the album.
New music.
I didn't hear it yet.
It's fresh.
But I heard he said he listened to Pusha T's album and got inspired.
Yeah.
And just put some shit out.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Pusha
T inspired me a little bit.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
what you got in the booth? Did something?
A little something.
Okay.
Little
Come on,
something.
you gotta let
Little something. Every so often some shit will drop. Well, really, Black Thought inspired the fuck out of me. Pusha is more like my spirit animal, and Black Thought is like my intellectual spirit animal.
That's what's up.
And you're my Black Power spirit animal.
Okay.
Wakanda forever.
Oh, being born to born, sister.
No, all jokes aside though, like I love doing this podcast with you because it just takes me back to a time when like my mother and my father were I just look at the dynamic of Black love in that era and I look at it today and it's just like, what the fuck happened? Like, what the fuck happened?
What did happen? Like, we're not here by happenstance.
Is it the music?
It's a lot of things
everything?
At work. I mean, in order to bring one thing, you see, in order to build on one thing, you have to destroy something else. Okay? So now they out here, right? They want to build on these other so-called lifestyles and all of that. So in order for you to accept these new lifestyles, we have to destroy old lifestyles.
It's like the overall consent. Like Black men just think Black women are attitudinal and difficult. Black women think Black men are just lazy, cheating bums. And it's like, what happened? What happened to us?
I mean, we fell for the marketing of our own selves, basically. Banana in the tailpipe. Like we've been marketed so well by, American media, and you know what I mean? There's a certain, like you said, expectation of what you think how a Black man or Black woman or how a Black community should be, and it's all based on images and stereotypes that have been given to us by other people.
You're right.
And we've internalized this shit.
You're right. We had remember when we used to have our own video music box, and we just had our own everything, and then MTV came along or Viacom came along and just kind of bought the rights to everything, and now they're selling Black culture back to us through their lens.
See, and this is what's so funny.
Is that what's happening?
Yes, and See, what happened was we sold out. Like, you don't even hear that term anymore because so many people have done it that they don't even want to bring it up and like face the facts of what the fuck has happened. But all this talk about, oh, you got to get the bag and got to get the bag and the bag becomes justification for the bullshit. So, and back in our time, we used to say there's not enough bags in the world to sell out my people, to sell out a certain ideology that I have. But now today, if you get the bag, that seems to be the be all end all, the end that justifies the means.
Well,
okay,
that's that was the overall picture in Childish Gambino's videos. Like, all of this crazy shit going on. Hey, get your money, black man. Like that really was the moral of the story. This is America.
And so it's like, we got to get back to the mind frame of, hey, that motherfucker's a sellout. And we showing what motherfucking sellouts look like and what selling out is. And you know what I mean?
We got to get
selling out can't be cool.
We got to
They try to make it cool.
We got to get back to like loving each other, like for real. Like how
we got to make that cool.
Like, how can we possibly prepare for a revolution when we can't even like coexist?
You know what? First of all, shout out to my man. I gotta.
Are we gonna even talk about the 3D guns? It's just not enough time, right?
It's never enough fucking time.
So niggas gotta come up with 3D printers to make some untraceable plastic guns, and we talking about a revolution.
I just wanted to say this real quick. I told my man I was gonna use this. Shout out to my man Toby Morse. He was talking about back in our day, the music had substance, right? Mm. And now today it's about substance abuse. So,
that's hard.
I said, that's a deep one. I said, I'm using that, homie.
That's bars right
Go
there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so fucking true. Like, and we got to get back to the substance of our lives, of our, of our mentalities, and stop with the fucking substance abuse. Glorifying substance abuse.
You know what I am seeing a lot of? I've been watching just a lot of different like blogs and interviews. A lot of these young artists are I'm hearing them speak in interviews. A lot of them are way more educated and knowledgeable than we think they are. Like, I'm listening to the young boy from Chicago talking about No ID is his mentor, and how he Jay-Z is the goal in his eye. And then I was listening to, that was G Herbo, shouts out to him, he just had a baby, like now they're now they're growing and maturing. They're a few years in. And another brother, Denzel Curry, shouts out to him, he he's talking about how he lost his brother, and like I think you would really like him. Like, he really is talking about spirit animals, and I don't know if I don't think he's 5%, but something he said just kind of reminded me of you. And he was talking about these conversations he was having with XXX, and it was like, that was my existential brother. And I'm just like, oh wow, you hear their music and you wouldn't think that this is like what's even going on in their brains. So I'm just checking out a lot of the young ones. Like, they probably they got the bag, they went crazy, and now they're kind of now they're going through label issues or just whatever life changes, seeing how the world.
That's when their head might start getting a little more straight.
Yeah, like, you would be pleasantly surprised.
Well, listen.
I'm feeling like maybe they are listening. We didn't think they were listening, but they're starting to echo our sentiments now.
Well, listen, again, this is always just too fast with you.
I know, we just went 100 different.
Yeah.
They're not even gonna be able to keep up with us in the comments. We done went to like 100 different
Truly
topics.
Zambian is here. He got it all under control. He's gonna make a synopsis of this whole shit later. Shout out to my
Rah Digga spazzes out on
newly
Jamar.
appointed moderators today on YouTube Live. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us for this damn near 2 hours, the whole thing from when I started the YouTube Live. Yeah, we appreciate y'all, joining us every week. Stay safe, stay healthy, get your mind right, keep it right, build on positive, destroy the negative. Digga, once again, always love building with you.
Word.
All being born to born, girl.
All being born to born.
And once again, if you want to donate to the show, go to cash.me/$, you know what I mean, patreon.com/you know what I mean, or you know what I mean.com/support. We appreciate everybody on here that dropped some support on the super chat. We're gonna fix this shit up in the future. But until next week, I'm Lord Jamar.
Digga.
Peace. Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. 2 fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian PEACE gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodg.com. Get yours today.